Hey, Hernando Fit Kids, welcome to the 2021 Thanksgiving Scavenger Hunt. Some of you have participated in my scavenger hunts before. This one is going to be a Thanksgiving theme or a fall theme, so I hope you'll enjoy it as much as we've enjoyed the other ones. If you will, I need you to make sure to check with your parents before you participate in this activity. Because it will involve you going out in your neighborhood. So we want to make sure that they are willing to go with you, or send an older sibling with you, or maybe you're old enough to go on your own. So be sure and check with your parents before you take part in this activity once this video is over. Okay, I'm going to give you a list of 10 items, and you will need to write them down, and then you'll go out in your neighborhood and find them. You don't have to take them home with you. You don't have to take a picture of them. All you have to do is identify them, and you can check it off on your list. So pause the video right now and run, go get a piece of paper and something to write with. Can be anything, pen, crayon, whatever you want. And meet me back here in just a minute. So go ahead and do that now. Thanks. Hey, welcome back. You've got your paper and your pen or pencil or crayon or whatever you want to write with. So let's get going. I'm going to name the 10 items I want you to find, and I'm going to write them on the screen so in case you have trouble spelling any of them, you can have some help. At the end of this video, I am going to give you a list of them. So if you miss anything, don't panic. There's going to be a list at the end, okay? So, you ready? This is exciting. Item number 1, I'd like you to find a driveway in your neighborhood that has at least 4 cars in it. Now, most of the year that might be hard to find because a lot of families just have maybe 2 cars, 1 car. Maybe if they have kids driving, they might have more than that. But this time of year, because we have friends and family traveling and visiting, you are more inclined to see a driveway with 4 cars in it. So see if you can find a driveway with 4 cars in it. Okay? That's item 1. Item 2. I'd like you to find a leaf, but not just any leaf. I would like you to find a leaf that's either orange, yellow, or red. No green leaves and no brown leaves. An orange, yellow, or red leaf. Now, if you don't see one on the ground, look up, because they may be hanging in the tree still. Remember, you don't have to pick it up and touch it. You can just see it. So that counts. Check that off your list. Number 3, I'd like you to find a blow-up decoration in your neighborhood. Now, it doesn't have to be blown up because chances are you're going to be doing this in the daytime, and sometimes people deflate them in the daytime. So it can be deflated or all blown up. It can be a snowman, a turkey, it can be whatever you can find. But I'd like you to find one of those big blow-up ornaments in somebody's yard. Now, just as a reminder, everything on this scavenger hunt is just by sight. So you don't have to walk into anybody's yard, or you don't have to walk into anybody's driveway or anything like that. You just have to see these items. So be aware. Everything can be seen. Okay, number 4. I'd like you to find a house that has holiday lights on it. Some people are already starting to put their holiday lights up, have already done that. A lot of people start doing it the day after Thanksgiving. If you're like me, you do it like in late December. So anyway, find a house that already has some holiday lights on it. Again, since you'll be doing this in the daytime, they probably won't be lit. But they count even if they're just up on the house. Oftentimes right around the roof line is where you'll see them. Okay. The next item, I'd like you to find a car that has a license plate from some other state besides Florida. Again, because there's lots of people traveling this time of year, you may have neighbors that have visitors coming from Georgia, Alabama, Ohio, any number of places. Find So look to see if you can find a license plate that has a license plate from another state on it. Number 6, I'd like you to find a person who has either a jacket or a sweater on, a hoodie maybe, anything that's preparing them for a little bit of cold weather. They can be walking their dog, they can be out raking leaves, they can be doing anything. Okay, the next thing I'd like you to find is somebody exercising. That can be somebody who's bicycling or throwing a football, shooting some hoops. Maybe, what else do people do when they go outside? Just taking a walk, actually. They might be taking a walk for exercise, especially after that holiday eating. A lot of people should be out exercising because we all tend to eat a little bit too much. The next item, I'd like you to find a house or a mailbox that have a 1 and a 2 on them. Doesn't have to be in that order. It could be 2 and a 1. And it can be part of a longer string of numbers, but just a mailbox or a house number that has a 1 and a 2 in it. Number 9, a fire pit. We start bringing out the fire pits this time of year, don't we? Getting chilly. Love it, love it, love it. So a lot of people have fire pits, maybe in their front yard, their side yard, their backyard. You might see it in their driveway. And remember, don't go on their property. You just have to be able to see it. And sometimes you can see a backyard depending on how you're positioned on the street. So see if you can find a fire pit somewhere in your neighborhood. Finally, I would like you to find a trash can. Either one of those big blue ones that the trash men come along and use that big crane to throw the trash in, or even just a metal trash can that people put out at the side of the road for their trash to be picked up. Now, if it's not trash day in your neighborhood, they might have the trash can up by their house or maybe in their garage. If their garage door is open, you might be able to see from the road that they have their trash can in there. So see if you can find a trash can. That sums it up on the list of 10 items. So let's review. I asked you to find a driveway with 4 cars. I asked you to find a red, orange, or yellow leaf. I asked you to find a blow-up decoration. Could be blown up or deflated. I asked you to find a house with holiday lights on it. I asked you to find an out-of-state license plate. I asked you to find a person with a jacket or a sweater on. I asked you to find someone exercising. I asked you to find a house or a mailbox with the numbers 1 and 2 on it. And finally, I asked you to find a trash can. An outdoor trash can. So there you have it. Check with your parents. Make sure it's cool for you to go out and do this. They'll probably want to go with you or send somebody with you. Take your paper and your pencil and your curiosity and your eyes wide open and head out and see what you can find. Have a great holiday season.